Ladies and gentlemen, we discussed that there is a flexibility in the implementation of the SREP guidelines, despite the fact that we are setting pretty much solid framework. Well, one of the areas of the flexibility is the application of the risk scores and their aggregation of the risk scores. In the SREP guidelines, we have the risk score, which is the combined risk score looking at the quality and size of the exposure and risk management and controls. In the past, we know that many authorities have been assessing and scoring those elements separately. They've been assessing inherent risk score, they've been assessing the risk management and controls and assigning score to that, and then arriving to the combined risk score, very much in the same risk score which we have in the SREP guidelines, using the transitional matrix which you see here. Other authorities have been applying a little bit of the conditions attached to that. So meaning that, let's say you have the inherent risk score of 3 and the risk management and control score of 2, and the condition will be that the worst of the two will apply and will drive the overall risk score for that category. This is all possible, this has proved to be working in the past, and we do not see any objection why authorities cannot continue working with this approach in the current framework, as long as the overall principles set in the SREP guidelines are respected. Another area which we do not have in the SREP guidelines is the overall risk profile score. We have the viability scores, we have the individual risk scores for the individual risk categories, but we do not have the summary risk profile score. And remember, this is not the capital adequacy score, because in the capital adequacy score, we are looking at the assessment of the ability to meet the capital requirements, but not at the overall risk profile score. So as long as you need it for the internal purposes within the authorities, for the purposes of planning your resources, this is all very much possible. And in the past, we've seen authorities using that risk profile score, and we've seen different approaches through the aggregation of the scores for the individual risk categories, either applying simple arithmetic averages or applying some sort of the risk-weighted averages, assigning the more weight to the risks which are most prominent for that institution. Say 40-60% for credit risk, 20-10% for market risk, and so on and so forth. So all these possibilities are still there. If you think that this works better for your authority, for your internal purposes, for your internal discussions, for the purposes of the planning of supervisory resources, you can apply it and you can still use it, but as long as the overall SREP framework and the approach to the scoring as described in the SREP guidelines is respected. Thank you.